funds management, investment advice. We were doing a whole lot of those things then. I built a team at the time. Two of these guys were part of those teams. I had several that were also as close to me, but I called them together. At the time also, that organization where we worked, it was the model, the business model of that company was a company within the company. I was, for the most part of that experience, was an entrepreneurial employee. In other words, I was responsible for the profit of my division. So if I didn't produce, if I didn't generate profits, I would go hungry. So, and also, that was where I learned, that was where I developed owned my leadership skill, literally. So I called these gentlemen together. The initial idea was that we're going to register our own company as a company within that company. That was the idea. So even though the company was originally conceived, I thought that this would be a good place to fully express all that I had. And then that organization, the company used to do a lot of rewards, a lot of empowerment and all of those things. So I envisioned that we can carry that on with this company, LIFEPAGE. And that was what led to the initial registration of the organization at the time. But as time went on, I knew I didn't want any conflict of interest, so I was focused. It was impossible for anybody to even think I was ever going to leave the company, and I never planned to leave the company at the time. Honestly, I didn't. And so eventually for like 3 years, we didn't operate fully. We're just doing a lot of skeletal, a lot of brainstorming, and all of those things. At the time the company was registered, there wasn't clarity of what particular business, products, and services we're going to render. But by 2012, I ran into an opportunity through another friend of mine who said, there's this 21 acres somewhere. Would we be interested in taking it up along with them? So we will take 10 acres, they will take 11 acres. I said, fantastic. So that was a good opportunity to launch. And since wealth creation is at the core of our purpose, the thought had not always been that it would be real estate alone. It had just been that we do business. But when that opportunity presented itself, that was how we rode on the wing of that opportunity, and that was how we got started. So we started marketing that product, that particular landed property. That was our pilot project. We called it LIFEPAGE Gardens those days. I like table tennis. I love table tennis. I played table tennis actively in 1992, 93, 94, 95. So LIFEPAGE was conceived 2001. I was working in the bookstore at the time. That was where I picked my passion for reading and all of those things. And it was there I started scribbling thoughts and inspirations I was getting. That document is still in a file till date. At the time, it wasn't LIFEPAGE, that was the name. It was Pages of Life. So it was, as I thought about and ruminated on Pages of Life, by the time you say Pages of Life Limited, rapture may have taken place. So 2008, a few months after I got married, I called a few friends together who were my colleagues at work, where I was working at the time. I was working in an investment banking firm. We went to stockbroking, portfolio management, funds management, investment advice. We were doing a whole lot of those things then. I built a team at the time. Two of these guys were part of those teams. I had several that were also as close to me, but I called them together. At the time also, that organization where we worked, it was the business model of that company was a company within the company. I was, for the most part of that experience, was an entrepreneurial employee. In other words, I was responsible for the profit of my division. So if I didn't produce, if I didn't generate profits, I would go hungry. So, and also, that was where I learned, that was where I owned my leadership skill, literally. So I called these gentlemen together. The initial idea was that we're going to register our own company as a company within that company. That was the idea. So even though the company was originally conceived, I thought that this would be a good place to fully express all that I had. And then in that organization, the company used to do a lot of rewards, a lot of empowerment and all of those things. So I envisioned that we can carry that on with this company, LIFEPAGE. And that was what led to the initial registration of the organization at the time. But as time went on, I knew I didn't want any conflict of interest, so I was focused. It was impossible for anybody to even think I was ever going to leave the company. And I never planned to leave the company at the time. Honestly, I didn't. And so eventually for like 3 years, we didn't operate fully. We're just doing a lot of skeletal, a lot of brainstorming, and all of those things. At the time the company was registered, there wasn't clarity of what particular business, products, and services we're going to render. But by 2012, I ran into an opportunity through another friend of mine who said, there's this 21 acres somewhere. Would we be interested in taking it up along with them? So we will take 10 acres, they will take 11 acres. I said, fantastic. So that was a good opportunity to launch. And since wealth creation is at the core of our purpose, the thought had not always been that it would be real estate alone. It had just been that we do business. But when that opportunity presented itself, that was how we rode on the wing of that opportunity, and that was how we got started. So we started marketing that product, that particular landed property. That was our pilot project. We called it LIFEPAGE Gardens those days.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the week 3 and the final dose for the Mega Houses Summit 2023. Who is excited tonight? If you are excited, go to the comment section and give me some exciting emoji tonight. Fire, clapping, anything you can give me, just give it to me tonight. Wow, somebody is dancing. Yes. I'm super excited and pumped up tonight. I can't imagine what tonight is going to be given to us. It's going to be awesome. Super excited. For those that have been with us from day 1, day 2, and now we are in the last final dose. It's going to be an awesome session tonight. And tonight we have the mentor and the grand mentor. We have the mentor and the grand mentor that will be speaking tonight. Okay, so welcome everyone to tonight's session. And I just want you to go to the comment section. Thank you. I'm seeing the excitement everywhere, left, right, and center. Okay, so go to the comment section tonight and just let me know what your expectations are for day 3. And some of the things that you've learned from day 1, day 2, and you have been implementing. Day 1, we talk about mistakes to avoid. We talk about the cash flow machine. We talk about the week 2, we talk about land banking. And we talk about short legs. And today, today. Somebody is saying that is my audio good? Is my audio good? Is my audio good? Feedback. Is my audio good? Okay. You can hear me. Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback. So I'm so excited. So this is the week 3. I want to especially welcome every one of us. And we are rounding up tonight, and we have for everybody that is going to be sticking to the end. We are. Oh my goodness. Tonight is going to be awesome. So we have a special announcement, of course. We have a special announcement at the end of the program tonight. So please, can you do me a favor? Go to the comment section. What are your expectations? And let me know where you are joining us from. So I'm joining from somewhere in Lagos. Okay. What are your expectations? And where are you joining us from tonight? The last day, what are your expectations? What are your expectations? Somebody is asking for the recording of the past seminars. Okay. Ibadan. Okay, we have Ajayi from Ibadan. Okay, expectation, hope to learn something new from Lagos. Okay, that's Olumide. You're welcome. I'm joining from Canada. Wow. Olatunji from Canada. So everybody, Benin City. Aja, okay. Aja. AGK from Oka in Anambra State. Wow. You're welcome. I'm expected to get value. Awesome. Mr. Fashewu from Oweo. Good. Daniel Oluleye from Orlando, Florida, USA. You're welcome. Abioye from Kaduna. Wow, awesome. I'm expecting somebody from Asia. Have I seen anybody from Asia? Okay. Not yet. Okay, where are my London people? Joining. Ilesha, Osun State, Samuel from Ilesha. David Agu from Enugu. You're welcome. Something transformational. Rosemary from Lagos. Okay. Joining in from Kano. Victor from Kano. Awesome. Samson from Abuja. Can I access the past recording? Don't worry. We'll work on that. Don't worry. We have your information, so we'll work on that. Okay. I'm connecting from Allen Avenue. Emmanuel Francis. You're welcome. Adedeji Oyeniran from Lagos. Good. Mr. Kule and Mrs. Nickel Shinoike from Oyo State, Ibadan to be precise. Ife A from Dallas, Texas. Wow. I need somebody now. Where are my Dubai people? Where are my UK people? Where are my people from Spain? I mean, they are still joining. Okay. Standing from Malaysia, Ibejuleki, Jebode, Ogba, Surulere. Abio, I see you. Yeah, expecting value from the mentor and the grand mentor. I'm telling you, I'm so pumped up tonight. I'm so pumped up tonight. So I have 1 minute to do this before I bring in our first speaker. I realize that a lot of people, when they join, they'll still think that, maybe people don't worry, let me join a little bit late. By the time they are joining by 7:15 like this, we are into the thing already. No time to waste time. Okay, Oluwole from Abeokuta, Rivers State, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Ikorodu, Abuja, Sweden, Europe, represent Asia. Let me quickly run through it. Whether I was somebody from Asia. Okay. Lagos, Oshogbo, Lagos, Titi, from Lawson, Monday Magnet, okay, Fatima, Port Harcourt. Where are my Asia people now? You just for my hand tonight. Okay, I'm still expecting them. It's almost midnight in some part of Asia already. Okay, so shortly we are going to be bringing up our first speaker tonight, and that's the person of Mr. Oladipupo Clement. And I believe the video is ready, so let's just get right into it. So tonight is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. The thought of the speakers we are going to have tonight is tinkling my body. I don't know whether it's tinkling your body too. Okay, the video.
Oladipupo Clement is an esteemed authority in the realms of real estate, wealth creation, business growth, and strategic acumen, with an impressive track record spanning over 2 decades. Renowned for his insights, he is a highly sought-after conference speaker and the accomplished author of many books, including his bestseller, Financial Freedom Master Guide. Presently, he assumes the role of Chief Executive Officer for LIFEPAGE, where his leadership influences both the Nigerian and USA markets. In addition to his role at LIFEPAGE, he has co-founded companies specializing in the construction and software development sectors, further contributing to his entrepreneurial expertise. Oladipupo Clement is also a holder of an MBA degree from the prestigious business school Netherlands, solidifying his commitment to continuous growth and learning. Let's make welcome Oladipupo Clement.
Okay, let's welcome Mr. Oladipupo Clement. No, let me put Dr. Oladipupo Clement. Emoji, fire, clapping. I'm not seeing. Hey, you should not vex me tonight. Okay, let's welcome Mr. Oladipupo Clement as he takes us the first session tonight. Spotlighting, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okpelua Oni. Appreciate. Thank you, everyone, for making time out to be a part of tonight's final lap of the Mega Housing Summit. As you already know, the Mega Housing Summit was designed as part of as an extension of our vision to develop 1 million homes across Africa. And we believe that when people know better, they do better. And so that's pretty much what informed the Mega Housing Summit. So just let me get right into this. I'll be sharing with you on benefits of buying properties off plan. The last 3 weeks has been explosive. The first week, we had 12 mistakes to avoid when buying land, debt properties in Nigeria. We looked at the real estate cash flow machine, so you need to figure out and see the sequence, right? And it was very explosive. Last week, we had Mr. Francis Agilore share with us on shortlets, income, and more. We looked at land banking secret from Dr. Stephen Akintayo. It was also another very great time we had last week, and there were questions that were unanswered. But the beautiful thing about this program is the fact that we created a community around what we are doing. So I want to strongly recommend that you do the very best. You can drop your questions in those communities, or you send a message or questions to 090-6000-5747, right? So benefits of buying property off plan is what I'll be sharing, and then we'll be bringing up my mentor shortly after. So get ready, brace up for impact. Now, the first thing we want to look at is what exactly is, or what are off-plan properties. So when you hear of off-plan, you know, it was so shocking to me a while back. One of our partners, you know, chatted me up privately after seeing the status, my status, my WhatsApp status, and said, "What is off-plan properties?" And I was shocked. I said, "We've taught this several times, you know, to the team, but let me quickly bring that up. What are off-plan properties?" So when you hear the word off-plan properties, what do we really mean? Off-plan properties are essentially buildings that are purchased before construction or during ongoing construction. All right. So when you buy a property, so when you buy a house, before the first block is laid, before the first foundation is laid, that is, you know, what we call off-plan. Or when you buy it when construction is ongoing. All right. So that is what we mean by off-plan properties. Any meaningful building is preceded with a plan, an architectural plan, a structural drawing, you know, an M&E design for that building. So it begins with a plan. So when you are buying a building off that plan, that is what we call off-plan properties. All right. So in other words, if you buy a house or apartment or whatever it is off plan, you are buying it before it is fully built or completed. All right. In fact, there's a report I stumbled on while preparing for this, that in the United Kingdom, 85% of UK investors bought properties in the off-plan stage. 85% of investors bought it off-plan. All right. So what is the opposite of off-plan? You may want to ask, what is the opposite of off-plan? Off-plan, the opposite of off-plan is on-plan property. And on-plan property is also known as a ready-built property. So when you buy a property that is ready-built, like we call, those of you who buy clothes, you buy ready-made, right? So when you buy ready-made, it's on-plan. When you buy off-plan, is yet to be made, or the process is still ongoing, all right? So as the name suggests, it's the real estate property available for immediate occupancy. When you buy a property on plan, it means it's available for immediate occupancy. And so there are some degree of benefits when you buy a property that is on plan, but I can tell you categorically the benefits of buying properties off plan to a very, very large extent far outweigh the benefits of buying them on plan. And I will tell you some of them. And that's the focus of today. Like I shared in our video, anything that has a benefit also has some demerits, right? The idea behind what I want to share with you is to see what are the benefits and what are the advantages, what are the positive side of that coin, and you can leverage that to your own advantage. So, off-plan properties has numerous benefits to home buyers, and the following are the benefits. Number one, the opportunity to track and monitor the project quality and progress. The opportunity, right, to track and monitor the project quality and progress. A prospect, visited our sites a while back, one of our project sites, and observed that, that particular project, he said, this is one of the reasons why it's good to buy a property off plan. He said, because you are able to see, its original state. Now, the depth, the pile depth of that particular building is over 30 meters deep. And there are about 81 piles in that particular project. In fact, the height of the German floor alone is almost half the next building that is beside us. And when the man saw it, he said, wow, this is incredible. The quality of work, you are only able to see that when you're buying properties off plan. So it gives you the opportunity to track and monitor project quality and progress. All right. Quite frankly, there have been a lot of challenges that people have had because Nigeria is quite unstable. The economy is very unstable. But that's the key thing I want to really emphasize, that many people will even buy unplanned properties that are ready for occupancy, immediate occupancy, right? You don't have the opportunity to know the depth of foundation. You don't know whether it's susceptible to flood, whether it is at the height of the building is at par with the main road, erosion and all of those. You are not aware of all of that, but it is when you buy properties off plan that you are able to track and monitor the quality of work being done and progress. I know everybody often love to see projects that are already completed, ready-made. We love it fully finished, and then you move in, but you don't know all the other details that went into that. So, but when you buy properties off plan, it gives you that opportunity. Number two is that it is more affordable. It is more affordable. Now, note this, affordability is relative, but when we say it's more affordable, it means that compared to the cost of purchasing that property when it is eventually completed, the cost of buying it off plan is way apart. As a matter of fact, there are people who have leveraged that, and I'm going to touch that in a bit. Off plan properties are usually way below market price and more affordable than completed property. So it's important that you recognize that because it's a mutually beneficial deal for both the developer and the subscriber. The developer most of the time is willing to give a lot of concessions to people who can buy into such projects, and that's one of the key advantages. Number three, there is a higher chance of getting preferred units when you are buying a property off plan, right? So if you're one of the first set of people, you can select, you can choose the place, the exact spots, whether it's the ground floor, if you're buying an apartment, whether it's the first floor, whether it's the topmost floor, whatever it is you want, you can make that selection when a project is, when you're buying it off plan. Okay, so that's one of the key and core advantages. All right, so you have a higher chance of getting your preferred units. Buyers have a higher chance of getting the preferred unit when purchasing off plan. Number four, flexible and staggered payment options. Clearly, if you are buying a property off plan, that property is not yet completed. So it just makes a lot of economic sense to stagger the payments, right? Up to the point when the project will be completed. So flexible and staggered payment options. So developers of off-plans properties usually offer flexible payment options such as installmental payments plans, and making it more accessible to home buyers. So this is exactly one of the key advantages. So even if you have all the money in the world to buy the property, right, buying it off plan helps you to stagger the payments. You can even use the same fund to acquire 2 or 3 units, simultaneously. Number five, customization. when you buy a property off plan, it gives you the liberty, you are at liberty to customize that particular project or that unit you're purchasing, to your own taste. You can also work with the developer to do and develop it to your own taste. All right. So this is very, very important. Okay. Customization. So, this is one opportunity you get when you buy a property off plan. Number 6, no immediate maintenance costs. Now, by the time an off-plan project is completed, it's still in its newest form, and for all intents and purposes, you are not likely to start incurring cost of maintaining that property compared to when you buy a property that has been completed, maybe a year earlier, 2 years earlier. There will be immediate maintenance cost, right? Compared to if you are buying. So it's like if you're buying Acacia homes and apartments, for example, or you are buying Orange Terraces, right? You are buying any of these projects off plan. By the time those projects are completed, right, it will be in its newest form. And that means that your maintenance cost on those properties is already deferred, at least by 1 or 2 years before you start thinking of, making any major changes. All right. In some instances, can even extend to like 3 or 5 years. All right, before you even begin to think of any major maintenance cost. Number 7, then there is also the potential appreciation in value of that property. I recall, very, very true life story. This gentleman heard about this development going on and decided to buy 2 units, off plan. And it was ridiculously cheap. I'm talking of 2013. The person bought these apartments ridiculously cheap somewhere on the island on the Lekki axis, precisely around Chevron area. And by the time the project was completed, the person simply sold one at the cost of buying the 2, because obviously the cost of even buying one at the time upon completion was way, way more than even buying the 2. So it was very easy. And then the people who sold it were really not happy that it was making so much money. But I said, when I bought it off plan, wasn't it a breakthrough for you people when you sold it to me? So there is always that potential appreciation in value when you are buying properties off plan. So the potential appreciation in value is way, way, way bigger. In a very unstable economy like Nigeria, where the price of building materials, 75% of all the properties you will ever buy, of every building construction, is procurement. And procurement is largely import dependent. So, and that is affected significantly by exchange, currency exchange, currency rates and all of those things. So early this year, $1 to Naira was how much? How much is $1 to Naira today? And all of these things impact on the price or the worth of that property. So if you plug in when the property is, you buy a property off plan, by the time, just by that economics alone, the value has already appreciated, because the cost of doing that same development when it is completed certainly can never be the same cost when you bought into it. All right, so this is a clear example, and we've got loads of examples. When we did our Orange apartments, we knew Orange apartments in Ogba, we knew fully well how much people bought it. And of course, they know themselves too. But there are people who have even sold after they bought during off-plan. There are people, we ourselves as an organization, we know how much we sold, a few other units, that were reserved, later on, compared to what we sold. So at the point of buying a property off plan, it gives you a lot of economic advantage in the fact that there's potential appreciation in value. In fact, it's not arguable, right? Except you do not buy it at the right price, okay? Or except it's already overpriced when you plug in, all right? So, but in most cases, it's always a leverage for the development company, and it's also a lot of advantage to the investor, okay? And finally, for tonight, I hope I was not too fast. Where's my host, my uncle? I hope
No,
I'm
you're
not
on
too
point,
fast.
sir. You're on
I'm
point, sir.
trying to follow your footsteps. I'm trying to follow your footsteps so that I can keep everything sharp, 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 and not talk too much stories. And number 8, the investment opportunity. Home buyers can use off-plan properties as an investment vehicle to generate rental income and also, potentially making heavy-duty profit, FT profits, right? So one of the recommendations I've given time and again to investors, people who want to buy some of our properties off-plan is you can buy 2. You can buy 2, stagger that payment. By the time you complete it, you can sell 1 at the price. You can buy 3, sell 2 at the cost of buying the 3, retain 1. So that one you retain is just for free. And then the other one, you've unlocked your capital, right? And you can repeat that process again and again. That can take, so if it takes 2 years or 1.5 years to secure 3 units, all right? And you do that every 3 years, every 18 months, you can be having 1 new property in your portfolio at no cost to you, because all you have just been doing every 3 years or every 18 months and 2 years is to unlock your capital, and then you repeat that process again. So you are recycling the same money again and again, and every time you are redeploying it, is creating new portfolio of assets for you. Now, each of those portfolio can become cash flow machine, generating sources of income, cash flow and revenue for you. And by the way, we learned about shortlet. Shortlet is the in thing. All this traditional rent house for 1 year and collect rent per annum. It's not a smart way of optimizing your real estate assets. So this is where I'm going to stop. I hope it has added value. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you, OC. Let's appreciate OC at the comment section tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so OC, we are going to take some couple of questions before we move to the next, so that we'll be giving the next speaker to we have. It's time for questions. So we're going to be taking questions. So in case you have any question, so let's quickly go to the comment section and drop our question, okay? Let's go to the comment section and drop our question. So somebody is asking a question here. Can we have a recap? I know you need to watch it over again to be able to do a recap. Okay, can we join your YouTube, please? Okay, your YouTube link. Okay, somebody, Mr. Fashion Oladayo, don't worry. The YouTube channel of Mr. Oladipupo Clement will be dropped, and also the YouTube channel on LIFEPAGE too will be dropped. So you can follow him on YouTube, and you get all the information about, great, awesome stuff. Okay, there's a comment here. In spite of the obvious advantages of buying off-plan, how can we mitigate the risk of our peculiar Nigerian environment? I think I understand what this. OC, over to you, sir.
All right, fantastic question. I actually saw it. I saw that coming, because my lecture is not to discuss the merits and the disadvantage. But let me just start with what you said. I think it's first and foremost, you want to look at the track record of the developer you are dealing with, right? There are things that for us as an organization in LIFEPAGE, we will not compromise, right? Even the Holy Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So I will see. I can't go into stories of things that I won't go into too much stories, because I'm very conscious of time. My mind is conscious of time. I also came here to come and hear from my mentor. So I didn't come to, but I have a responsibility and a duty. So, but let me tell you, you want to check the track record of the developer, and then you also want to look at the contract that you're also signing, right? Because whether you like it or not, the developer is also at a disadvantage. Let me give you an example. The project called Orange Apartments we developed in Ogba Ikeja. For a lot of people who may not be aware, that project had a variation of over 200 million. And all that happened within a 4-month to 6-month period. Now, we, as a company that boasts, I always say to people, adversity is the truest test of integrity. We committed ourselves by not transferring that cost to our early adopters. All right. And not many companies will even be able to afford that, because the size of that project too will determine. I have some of my colleagues and some of my friends in the industry also who did 7-year payment plan, 5-year payment plans, and the cost of delivering the project is twice the cost they sold it. So, and then you have 1,000 subscribers to that project. How will you do that? So a lot of developers too are also affected significantly. That's why you have to look at the contract and see, okay, what, because the earlier we are able to, people are able to pay, there's no, see, let me tell you this upfront. In saner clients where there's access to funding, even the developer have access to funding. So from the supply end of the market, there's access to funding, and I mean cheap funding and long-term funding. On the demand end of the value chain, there is also access to funding. So if as a developer, I have $5 million to go develop 1,000 units, I can warehouse all my materials, buy everything that I need that is subject to fluctuation in prices, right? And I can even transfer that benefit to my subscribers. But there is no such, the cost of fund for most developers is very, very high. And besides even the cost of fund, the tenure of those funds, right, is also very, very short. So developers are actually, are not in any way benefiting in a lot from this crisis or this challenge, right? But one thing you can do as an individual is you want to check the track record of that company. You want to see their track record in delivering on quality. Because really, if you were to go and build yourself, right, you will also be faced with those challenges, right? So most developers now are now beginning to wise up and revise their contract. So you want to look at the contract, and if it is favorable for you, I mean, considering the peculiar situation in Nigeria, now, except you are buying the properties in dollars, right? You are paying in dollars, so we can just know that everything is stable. Everything is stable. Pay in dollars, everything is stabilized, at least to a certain degree, because everything you would have to buy that is used on those buildings, 75% of it is import dependent, and it is dollar that we use to make all those purchases. And again, even when you are doing your procurement, all the people that will supply you, majority of them may already have the goods in stock, but they have to factor the replacement cost of those materials. So they can't afford to sell it to you at the price they bought it. They have to factor the cost of replacing that stock. So these are some of the factors that impact on that. So you want to look at the track record of the developer. You want to see what have they done before. You want to also look at the contract and let maybe your lawyer or something to review and advise you accordingly. All right? Yeah.
Osi, thank you so much. Someone is asking for disadvantage of Offplan. I think you've touched on it already. And another question says, Rosemary is asking, sir, can you throw more light on the last point you mentioned about traditional rent per annum stuff? So, Osi.
Just go and watch, go and watch outlet income and more that we had last week, Saturday. It was very good, was very, very explosive. I mean, shared a lot of insights around in other parts of the world, developed nations in particular, they pay rent, they pay their rent monthly. In Nigeria, we pay rent annually. In the past, it used to be 1.5, you pay 1.5 in advance, or you pay 2 years in advance, but there are laws that has changed that now. It is annual. And I foresee a time will come that landlords, owners of buildings will be charging monthly. Watch it, just watch what I'm saying. It will soon change, right? Yes. Because this is a global village and things are changing. So if you build a house and then you put that house for rent for 1 year, you are not optimizing the value of that property. But if you put it out, if you furnish that house, you make it look like a hotel, right? You give it the tasteful finishes of a hotel, what you typically find in a hotel. The truth of the matter is people pay you per night, and what you'll be generating per month can almost equal what you'll be generating per annum. And look at that. So go watch that video. I'm sure you'll draw more value from it.
Thank you very much, OC. So I think we'll just take one question, then we'll move to the next thing. So how does the payment plan of off-plan property works? Does the investor pay extra when building the prices of building material rises?
Well, so you see, your contract is what will stipulate how you will resolve when there are notable, significant changes, right? Your contract is what will define all of that, right? And you can always come to terms with your developer, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, OC. So let's celebrate OC. Of course, there's no way we can answer all the questions. So what we'll do is that we'll take all these questions back to our WhatsApp group, and we'll make sure that we answer them. And some will send your answers via email and all of that. Because of time tonight, and we can see our grand mentor in the room already. So we need to take the next segment before we bring in our mentor tonight. So the video.
Welcome to LIFEPAGE, where we turn your housing dreams into a reality. Join the elated residents of our beautiful Orange Apartments in Ogba Ikeja as we bring you a new level of living. Orange Apartments Ogba is more than just a home. It is a vibrant community that fosters social connectivity and offers a business opportunity. This project is incredibly popular and is now completely sold out. Our mission is to develop 1 million homes across Africa by 2041, and we are excited to present our next destination. Now, let us take you on an exclusive journey to a home that epitomizes elegance and tranquility. Welcome to Acacia Homes and Apartments, where luxury meets serenity. Experience breathtaking scenery and escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life in these 2- and 3-bedroom apartments. Nestled in the central part of Lakwe, Lagos, Acacia Homes shares a border with the renowned Lakwe Lakes Golf and Country Estate. Wake up to scenic views amidst lush greenery and a stunning landscape. Acacia Homes stands out with its contemporary architectural design, boasting timeless appeal that evokes a sense of love and longing for your own space. With 64 units across 7 blocks, Acacia Homes offers an array of amenities including a gym, 24-hour security, and alternative power supply. We've taken care of every detail to ensure your comfort and convenience. The excitement doesn't end within the community. Explore nearby attractions such as the Lekki Conservation Center, the Free Trade Zone, Lakapine Tropicana, Dangote Refinery, and more. There's always something fun to do in the vicinity. We invite you to become a part of our legacy by owning a piece of luxury and tranquility in Acacia. Be among the visionary individuals who subscribe to Acacia Homes and be rewarded with the pride of being one of the first residents in this remarkable development. Acacia, where every day feels like a vacation.
So how many of us wants to have an encounter with a place that makes it feel like you're on vacation every now and then? Like they say, soup was sweet, now money killer. Special greetings to everyone joining on the call today, regardless of any part of the world you are joining us today. I'd like to say 2 quick things before I delve into the subject of Acacia Homes and Apartment. So it's not a function. The past few weeks have been very insightful, explosive, remarkable. All the adjectival clauses you could use for it, we've had a lot of feedback, but it's always a function of what you do with the information that you get. The next thing I'm going to touch on before touching on the product in itself is the fact that, you know, they said the best time to plant a tree, what kind of tree do they call it? Was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. The next best time is now. And so if you are listening to, and you have been participating prior to now, or you are watching the recording on Enrich TV by LIFEPAGE, either way, the best thing you can do is to find out, where do I key in? How do I key in immediately? What do I need to do? If I can't buy Acacia Homes and Apartment, if I can't buy Orange Terraces, Bagada, which land is available? You need to be proactive. You need to be proactive. You don't have to wait for a perfect condition. You perfect the condition as you make progress. Some of us started by selling or buying properties 150 million naira, 150,000 naira a few years ago. Today, we are buying properties in tens of millions, hundreds of millions. So you need to be strategic. And the last thing I'm going to say is that I did mention in last week that some of the questions that people are asking are actually consultation questions. And like Dr. Olumide will say, counseling is free, consultation comes at a fee. But even as much as it comes at a fee, if you buy a product from us and you're asking for consultation, it will come at a freemium. It will come to you as freemium, and you'll be able to take more informed decision, which will in turn better your possibilities. So I just thought I should lay that foundation before I touch on Acacia Homes and Apartments. So 10, 20 years, 25 years ago, Lekki Phase 1 was a no-go area for some persons. I remember my first encounter towards Ibeju-Lekki corridor after Aja over 20 years ago. I was wondering if they were carrying me or they were planning to go sell me. But today, everybody wants to own not just a piece of Ibeju-Lekki, wants to own a piece of even as far as Ekpe. So, but what are the key things based on what Stephen Akitayo even taught us last week on things to look out for when you are keen into, you have to do land banking, not even property acquisition. Proximity to rail, proximity to the major highway, proximity to the airport. Guess what? All of these first three things I mentioned are one of the key components around what you have going in the favor of Acacia Homes and Apartments. So let's just run through some of the things that you have here. So take advantage of exclusive launch. So we're doing an exclusive launch effective from today. All you need to do, you've heard OC talk about Offplan, the advantages of buying into Offplan. So this particular Offplan doesn't require you to drop huge sum of money. I saw an offer somewhere around Adene Jones 2 weeks ago, and I saw that initial deposit to lock it down was even 50 million naira. 50 million naira for initial deposit for a 4-bedroom duplex. Offplan, they were still digging foundation. So, but this is coming at just 10% deposits and gain access to an array of complementary features. So part of the complementary features, if you are keen into this offer, this early off-takers, by making 10% deposits, you get the following: smart TV in all rooms, so including your living room, AC in all rooms, kitchen and living room. You get 5 kVA inverter, then you get a double door fridge. All of these are complementary incentive. These are already enough for you to almost get your shortlet apartment started. And a lot of things were said about shortlets, foreign earning in foreign currency, quite a number of things that were talked about last week. But some of the components that you need to kickstart such operations, you are being given complimentarily because you are locking it down at just 10%. So you don't need to worry of the prices of this commodity, the smart TV, the air conditioners, the 5 kVA inverter, double door fridge in another 12 to 18 months time. You don't need to know what the price are selling. You just know that as you are being handed over your key upon completion of delivery of this fully furnished property, you get this. So this property, you've seen the video, talks about the 2 and 3 bedroom apartment. So what's the juicy part of it? I still go back to it. You get complimentary TV in all the rooms and living room. You get 5 kVA inverter. You get air conditioners. Whatever. Just all you need to do is lock it down at just 10%, and you will get this as extra incentive. So whatever new rate is rolled out after the introductory offer is done, those category of people don't get that extra incentive. But you will not only be buying at a lesser rate, but you will also be buying and getting extra incentive. And like I often tell people, and as we often do our educational selling at LifePage, that you don't only make profit at the point of selling a property. You make profit from the point of purchase, and that is the peculiar benefit around our offer in Orange. Acacia Homes and Apartments. We are too used to the orange flavor, but you know, the offer for Orange Terraces that was rolled out last week is still running till the end of this month. All the other offer, Almond County, is still running till the end of this month. But the offer of the day today is Acacia Homes and Apartments, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. All you need to do is make deposit of 10% of the total value, and upon request, just send "I am interested" to the numbers. Please kindly post the number on the group 0806000. Okay.
Sorry to cut in, please.
No problem, sir.
So there is a link that will be shared with everybody. So please type. So that link should be dropped in all the communities. So you need to book an appointment. So this is not a regular. Now let me quickly state this in addition to what Mr. Francis has already said. Number one, this is not a regular apartment. It's not a regular home that most of us are familiar with, right? It's an eco-friendly home, energy-efficient home, set of apartments that we're building here. It comes with gym, it's going to come with a swimming pool, 24-hour security, and all of that. Now, more importantly, for those of you who travel frequently outside of Nigeria, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay, for those of you who travel frequently out of Nigeria and back, right, Acacia Homes and Apartments will be a perfect fit for you, all right? Mainly because it can serve you when you are even away from Nigeria, and it can also serve you whenever you are back in the country. So it can be a income generating asset for you, and can also serve you rather than go to spend money in very expensive hotels, right? And this is going to be a perfect deal. So whether you are going for a 2-bed or 3-bed, it's very, very, and then this also comes with free management. Sorry, it's not free management, but we're going to be providing management for that property on your behalf, and then you'll just be benefiting from it. There is a whole lot more that you will benefit, but in order for, if you are truly interested, don't just send "I'm interested" to that number. There is a link. Wale and Co, please, can we drop the link?
So it has also been posted on this platform. So please, let's also post it on YouTube. Let's also post it on YouTube across all our various platforms.
So just click that link and book an appointment. So we'll schedule you, and then we'll give you all the other details. Another very important thing I need to say about the Acacia Homes and Apartments is the fact that the 10% deposit, the total amount of money you will need to pay at the end of the day over a 6-month period will be 50%, right, of the total consideration. But the remaining balance will only be paid upon completion and handover. You've not had that before. So that is you will only be paying the balance when we hand over to you, when we fulfill our promise. Do you understand my point? So it's a very unique one. None has been done like that before. So take advantage of it. If you also
let me quickly echo what you said again, because that's another very juicy part of it. So the early part of it, making deposit of 10% of the total value of that property, earns you refrigerator, AC, inverter, and the like, double door fridge, refrigerator, part one. Over a 6-month period, you're meant to have completed, make that payment up, round it up to 50%. You are meant to round it up to 50%. Over that, by the time you've done that 50%, you can be, instead of remitting the money, you can choose to be remitting the money to us if you like, and you don't want to keep the money and divert the money. However, you are not under any form of obligation to pay the 50% outstanding until the project is delivered to you and you are fully satisfied. It is amazing. So it means that, wow, that means these people are so committed to delivering this job and giving you peace of mind. And that's the other crowning part of this offer. Yeah. So I think OC have done a great job in complementing my efforts tonight. Hope you over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I mean, what an offer. A lot of questions about the offer. So what we'll do is, because so that for us to manage time very well, so all your question about the offer, we are going to still talk about it after the next speaker. So because of time management, and we'll still talk about it more in the WhatsApp groups that we all belong. Don't worry, you get all the details tonight. Yeah, you get it tonight. Okay, so quick one. We are bringing up our speaker shortly. So let's get the introductory video right now.
Olumide Emmanuel, popularly known as the Common Sense Guru, is no doubt one of the world's leading relationship experts, motivational speakers, and wealth creation agents. He is a best-selling author of over 50 books, both from self-published platforms and world-renowned publishing houses. To young people, he is a mentor. Among the unlearned, he is a teacher of common sense. Among the elderly, he is a phenomenon in the school of wisdom. Olumide Emmanuel is loaded with all-round success, with an executive master's degree in business administration from the University of Huddersfield in the United Kingdom, a real estate executive certificate with a special focus on capital markets, project finance, and business strategy from the prestigious Harvard Business School in the United States, and a doctorate in entrepreneurial leadership. He is the host of the School of Money, Wisdom for Winning, and Common Sense is Not Common broadcast, with millions of followers, in addition to many other laudable shows on his Common Sense television platform. He is the host of numerous seminars, summits, and conferences, and is on the board of many businesses and organizations, while he directly manages some of them. As a philanthropist and humanitarian, he founded a few non-governmental organizations. Through the Olumide Emmanuel Ministries, he trains and mentors a new generation of kingdom ministers and ministries. Let's make welcome Dr. Olumide Emmanuel.
Oh, where are all the emojis in the house? Okay, yes. Let's welcome Doctor tonight.
Okay.
Doctor, you're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. How are you guys doing? I've joined for a while now, and I've been tremendously blessed by the session by Clement. That was amazing. And I don't know, all these things you people are offering, even me, I need to come and buy now. Because to pay 50% and then pay only after the house is delivered, anybody that is not grabbing this opportunity is missing. And then flat screen in every room, double door fridge, 5 kVA inverter. My. Well, thank you for having me. We have been trying to do since the beginning of this event. We're trying to manage time. So I'm also going to just run through what we want to talk about. So I want to share with us on things you can do with a vacant plot. things you can do with a vacant plot. One of the things that I've come to realize is that there are a lot of people that are sitting down on a gold mine that they are not mining. And many times they don't know. So I've seen people that have lands and they are saying they don't have money. And the land that they have can be converted to cash, can be converted to a lot of other things, but because they don't know, they are not able to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. So if you have a vacant plot of land, no matter the square meter, no matter the location, there are things you can do with that vacant plot of land. And as I begin to unveil to you today, some of the things you can do, you can now look into which one fits into the land that you have, because some of the things I'm going to share with you are things that you can do in some places, but you cannot do in other places. And as we begin to unveil them, you look into which one will work for you, and then we'll be able to take questions. So let me run through because of time. Number one, the first thing you can do with a vacant land is land banking. And I heard us saying that there was already a land banking session last week. That's amazing. So land banking, and I've been involved in this for about 25 years now. And I can tell you for free that a city today was a village yesterday, and a village today will be a city tomorrow. Like we say over and over again, you don't wait to buy land. You buy land and you wait. So that land that you have that is vacant is not just vacant, but it is growing and appreciating in value. That land that you have that is vacant is not just vacant, but it is valuable. So you need to understand that land banking itself is part of what you can do with a vacant land, because you can buy the land and then leave it there to appreciate so that you can have more return from the land. And that's number one. Number two is farming. Farming is another amazing thing you can do with a vacant plot of land. Whether it's one plot, 10 acres, 10 hectares, you can do farming. And you see, in the world that we live in today, many times when we think of farming, a lot of us, because of the environment that we find ourselves in, we only think of subsistence farming. We don't think of mechanized farming. We don't think of a lot of other dimensions to farming that are existing today. We don't think of a lot of things that can be done in the entire agricultural value chain. So you need to realize that that vacant land can be used for land banking, but it can also be used for farming and agricultural purposes. And then you can make so much money from that land. Even if you are not the one doing the farming, you can lease it out to people that will use it for farming, and then you'll be shocked at what will begin to come from that land, instead of you just having the land and then you are looking for money. However, you still have assets that are sitting down there. Number three is a car park. Number three is car park. It will amaze you to know that in many cities of the world, in many major eyebrow locations, where business, especially in the business district, car park is a major issue. I'm telling you, car park, wow, you'll be shocked. Now, a lot of people don't realize that people make millions from car park if they have lands that is well located and strategically positioned. I don't know if you have ever gone to any of these embassies, or you've gone to any of the different markets, or you've gone to places where you need to do something, maybe passport office or any of these government parastatals. You'll be amazed at how much people make from parking. And there are people that have land in some of those areas, and all they have done is they have turned their land into a parking garage. In the Western world, people pay money to park cars. They pay for hours. And then there's so much money that is made from parking. So you can have a vacant land, a vacant plot, and it can become a car park. So all you need to do is to identify whether your land can be used for any of the things that we are unveiling. Number four is a mechanic village. Mechanic village. You have seen mechanics in different parts of the country, And most of the time, many people do not realize that those lands do not belong to the mechanics. Most of those mechanics, those lands are leased to them so that they can help the owner to possess and secure them. And one of the things I've seen, because of our climb, you see a lot of people, hey, don't give your land to mechanic. Or if you give your land to mechanic, they will not want to move again. Or they want to, and I'm like, why are we always so pessimistic? That's the way they will say, don't give your land to church. They will pray and take away your land. No, it doesn't work like that. So mechanics are there. And when we even talk about mechanics, there are different kinds of mechanics again. There are different kinds of mechanics. It doesn't have to be only one way. There are many things that people don't understand. For instance, where I live about, COVID was 3 years ago. Before COVID, about 5 years ago, a guy comes he buys a land on the other side of the road because my house is in a close. And then there's a school that is like the neighbor to our estate. So the school, I don't know what happened. They started selling part of the school. So they sell part of the school to one guy. And then in order to be able to access his land, you have to go into the school to enter his land. But the only other way you can access the land is to become a part of our own street and break our fence. But I don't want to go into all those stories. But bottom line, he opted to become a part of our streets. And then, of course, we dealt with him. He came to apologize and us about, where am I going to? The next thing we say, okay, what do you want to do here? He says he's doing mechanic store. I say, never. Mechanic what? In our street is not going to happen. But he said, no, that is not a regular mechanical. There is no mechanic, it's not that kind of mechanical. That is an insurance mechanic. That's when he works with insurance companies. So it's not as if somebody will just walk in to say they want to come and repair car. No. When people have issue with insurance and the insurance have to repair their car, he is the mechanic that repairs car for insurance companies. So it is corporate. And the guy has been on our streets now for the past 5 years. You will even know that there's mechanic there because anytime they will bring car, it's going to be all this accidented insurance car. They will come in there, go there. It's just, you are like, wow. So when we say mechanic, it doesn't mean, one funny mechanic. There are all kinds of things you can do. I just needed to give you that example to let you know that there are people that you can lease your land for that can use it for mechanic. Another thing you can do with a vacant plot is event space. Event space. Just last week, I went to speak for a friend here in the UK. And after the meeting, he was telling me that he wanted me to come and see their new property. They bought an 11-bedroom mansion that they are using for their church office. And then he told me that they have a large expanse of land there that they want to use for like a garden or like a place where people can do events. When I got there, I'm like, wow, this place is big. He said, well, that even the council, as the local council has told them that they should please, so that once they do that place, that they want to be partnering with them so that they can use the place for events so that people, I'm like, wow. Because a lot of people do all this open wedding where they rent canopies and then they want to do wedding and all this. So you can have your land and use it for an event space. So people will rent the ground. They will now bring in their canopies, they bring in their chairs, they bring in everything, and they do it and they go. So that is one thing that you can do with a vacant plot, events. And you'll be amazed if you have just one event a month and they are renting the place for a substantial amount. You'll be amazed at how much you're going to be turning over per annum for a vacant land that has been there doing nothing. Most of the time, when you don't create a vision, there will be no provision. So you find out that even those places that you think that are not going to be used for anything, when you go there now, clear the place, you fence it, or it's already fenced, you clear it, you do one or two things, and you start announcing that you can come and rent this place for event. You'll be shocked that people will start coming, oh, we want to do naming, we want to do wedding, we want to do burial, we want to do association meeting, we want to do this. Before you know it, people will start coming and you start making your money. Most of the time, people don't even know what they need until it is brought before their face. Until they start seeing the advert, say, that's true. I use this place for programming. That's event. We can come and do the event here, and we can use canopy. And before you know it, people will start waking up to the reality of what needs to be done. Number 6, you can use a vacant plot for a sports field. Sports field. You see a lot of people that need to do exercises, they need to do aerobics, they need to do football rehearsals, they need to play football. It can be a sports field where people will come and do all kinds of stuff, and you'll be amazed at how much you're going to begin to make. There are locations in our country, Nigeria today, where people pay every Saturday to go and do. So everybody, as you are entering, you pay. As you are entering, you pay. As you are entering, you pay. So you need to make sure that you continue to explore all the different possibilities that are available, because I want to be very, very fast so that we can spend more time answering questions. So number 6 is what? A sport field. A sport field. You can use it. Number 7, you can use a vacant plot for an open market. Open market. Now, an open market, is a market where everybody can come, and then they can now begin to sell in that place. So you have a market and people come. For instance, there are some markets in the country, Nigeria, and even in different parts of the world, where people only go there once a week. I don't know if we know about Aswani markets. Aswani markets, I don't know whether they still do one, but I think it used to be every Tuesday alone that people go to Aswani markets. So there can be an open market where you can say, okay, and there are a lot of market that is every Saturday. Some of them is twice a week. So there are a lot of markets like that are open markets that people will just come, and then you can give them different, just like you are doing an exhibition. And then everybody can have like a little, square. You measure different square meter for different people, and they can come in there every weekend, and they can do whatever they need to do. And people can know that, we are going to that place, because it's a place where there is an open market where people can come and they'll be able to enjoy the opportunities of that vacant land. Another thing you can do with a vacant plot is farmers market. Farmers market. Now, the difference between farmers market and open market is that for a farmers market, they are bringing fresh farm produce. So it is purely a place where they sell organic farm produce, so they don't sell any other thing. So if you go to an open market, somebody can be selling electronics, somebody else can be selling shoes, somebody else can be selling clothes, somebody else can be selling groceries, somebody else can be selling foodstuff, somebody else can be selling recharge card, somebody else can be selling also. But in a farmer's market, it's purely stuff from the agricultural value chain. So somebody can be there, they are selling vegetable, they're selling tomato, they're selling onions, they're selling egg, they're selling. So it's just purely a farmer's market. And you can have your land and let people know that every Saturday and Sunday, every weekend, or it can even be 3 times a week, people can come here and they will get farm produce. And the farmers that are looking for where to sell their land, where to sell their produce, can know that, okay, we have a market we can go to where when we get there, people will be coming there to come and meet with us. And before you know it, your land is valuable, you are offering value to people, and everybody is happy. Number 9 is amusement park. Amusement park. Now, for those that have not traveled before, you may not understand this, but you see, there are some people that go around. It's like an entire, movement, like carnival. They move around, and sometimes they call them circus, but not all of them are circus. So they move around, and they can come into a place and spend 1 month there. And for that 1 month, sometimes they spend 2-3 months in a place, and they move again. The circus moves. So you can have an amusement park, which means that you can have a place where people can come, and then they can be coming to that place to enjoy themselves. They can be coming to that place to have recreation, to have fun as a family. So when you say amusement park, it may not be that amusement where you have all kinds, but there are a lot of things you can do that are not really, very cumbersome. That does not require too many big machines. It just requires people that understand the way that sector works and understand what people need, and they can put things together that can attract people to come and be a part of that. Number 11 is relaxation sports. relaxation spot. A lot of people need a place to relax. And then a relaxation spot can be something you do with your vacant plots, and you can do that every day. You just create an atmosphere where every day people can come in the evening, you create lights, and you can get different vendors. Some people will be coming to sell suya. Some people will be coming to the place to sell food. Some people will be coming to the place to do suya. Some are coming to sell food. Some are coming to sell drinks. And you are not involved in those business. You are just saying, okay, you guys, I'm giving you this place every night. You pay this amount, you come here to sell. And then it's advertised to people, and people come there, they relax. You can even get people to come and give them cool music. And then you have a relaxation spot that people can always go to and go and catch their fun every day. Next is a prayer ground. A prayer ground. You can use your land for prayer ground. And if you look around, you see a lot of grounds where we have Muslim prayer ground, where people go to pray. If you notice, every Friday, some places, when it's time for the Muslims to pray, they have to close the road or block the streets. And there are some people that have prayer ground where people can come and do stuff on the prayer ground. Same thing for churches. Churches have prayer ground. There are crusades that people can come and do crusade, and then they pay something to be able to use the place for a day, 3 days, 7 days. And these are all things that you can do with your land that will continue to bring income instead of the land just being there doing nothing. Next is that you can use your land for, I think I've mentioned relaxations for prayer, and then for gardens. It can be a garden, you know. And now when we say a garden, I'm not, you know, I've spoken about relaxation spot, but for the garden, it's just to build a garden and plant garden so that people can just come and this one is not relaxation spot. There's no music, there's nothing. It's just a place where people can come for serenity. You know, there's something about the garden. There's something about flowers. There's something about the peace. You can even put some fountains, some water. So it's just for people to just come and meditate, to just come and relax and read their book, to just come and relax and just look at the scenery and just enjoy nature. There are people that's what they are looking for. And you'll be shocked that they are willing to pay. So if you have that kind of garden now, and you can ask, okay, in this garden, you're going to pay X amounts per use. Or you can even be a member of the garden. And as a member, you have annual membership subscription. And then you can come there and just relax. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. You know, so it's very, very important for you to note this. And I believe that will be a tremendous opportunity for some of you. Like I said at the beginning, some of these things can work in some places and they cannot work in some places. So you now look at all of them and then you look at where it can work with reference to the land that you have. Because when we say vacant plot, a vacant plot can be 1 plot, vacant plot can be 10 acres. So you can now look at which one will work for you. Number 13. You have no idea the kind of money in this business. Cemetery business. Hey, look, in fact, let me not say too much. You see, this issue of cemetery, I will give you the full story later, but the money inside cemetery, all this one we are selling land, selling this. Do you know how much cemetery you will get on 1 plot of land? So you have no idea of the kind of money that is involved in cemetery business. So when you have a vacant plot, you can become a place for burying people. And it depends on, like I said again, the location, and it also depends on the policy of government and whether it's something that can be done within that particular location. Then I don't know which number, I think I will stop with this one. The next one is building. What do you want to do with your vacant plots? You can build on the vacant plots. You can build on the vacant plots because land can be used for different things. You know that every time you have land, land is tripartite. And then you are the one that enjoys the tripartite dimension of the land. Number one, everything that is under the ground is yours. The ground itself is yours. And what you put on top of the ground is also yours. So when we talk about what to do with a vacant plot, that means that vacant plot, you can mine it and look at if there's something under it. But that's not what we're looking at today, since we're not talking about that. But the vacant plot, you can also use it to do all the things we have explained. But the third dimension is that you can build on a vacant plot. And one thing that a lot of people do not know is that right now, collaboration is the new competition. Collaboration is the new competition. And a lot of people have land, but because they don't have money to build the land, they don't realize that there are people that have money to build that are looking for land. They are looking for land. I've been involved in few of such. And right now, we are doing one now. It's 12 units. And someone else is the owner of the land, someone else is the other. So there's so much that can be done. There are few people that have done that. And we're not talking of, it's not like developer, no, it's partnership. You are bringing your land is your equity. You don't need to bring any other money. But another company now comes and build on the land, 10 units, 5 units, 8 units, whatever, depending on which location and what the market is looking for. And then you share. So at the end of the day, that's your land that is vacant, becomes a house. There's a woman that has a land somewhere in Magodo area of Lagos, and she entered into that arrangement with a company, and they built some units, and she was able to get her own units. So I think they built 8 units, and she got 3, and they have 5 or so. So from only one plot of land, she now owns 3 apartments. And that's from one land to 3 apartments on the same location. So there's so much that can be done. So for your land, you can now build on the land. You can build on the land. So at this point, let me now mention different things that you can now build on that land. And then I close, because I know that this is a free meeting. Either me, I'm not into all these free things again. So if you people paid now, we'll have gone deeper. But since you didn't pay, we'll just give you this. The one we have given you is more than money already, but if you have paid, we'll have gone deeper into some other things. So let's look at a few things you can build. You can build houses, and even the houses, you can build bungalows, you can build duplexes, you can build flats, you can build terraces, you can build a shopping mall, you can build a shopping complex, you can build a hotel, you can build hostels, you can build event centers or conference center. You can build lock-up shops. You can build an open market or store. You can build like purpose-built building like eatery, fuel station, banks. You can build schools. All those. So these are all different things that you can build on the same land. So you find out that that's your plot of land that is vacant, can be used for building development, can be used for all these different development. And you can do that for yourself, or you bring your land as an equity, and then you partner with other people. Well, that's how far we can go today. So many things to share, limited time. And let's take questions, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you all.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I mean, I'm very sure people need to drink water to all that we have learned today. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So we're going to be taking questions. Wow. So as the questions are rolling in, and we are going to be taking a quick announcement, then we'll come back to the question very quickly. So let's have the next video, please. So we are aggregating the questions right now so that we'll be able to take the questions. Next video. So while we wait for the video to come up, so all the offers we have last week is still very, very much available. Very, very much available. Okay.
That you mentioned, Ekpe is like little London. Epe is like little known. All the major roads in Epe have been fixed. The 6-lane highway that was set from Eleko Junction to Epe, it's befitting of them. Right now, we're doing breakthrough.
Okay, thank you all. So the offer we have for us still remains the almond experience in Ekpe, Almond County in Ekpe. So all you just need to do to lock it down is just 100,000 naira. So that's the pre-order price. So this is a new project. I mean, most of us have heard about the Almond County in Mowe. So the same experience we created in Mowe, that's what we are bringing to Ekpe. It's a massive project. I mean, it's going to be one of the biggest projects ever in Ekpe. And you cannot, I mean, for anybody that, whether you're in Lagos, you're outside Lagos, you're outside Nigeria, Ekpe is the next big thing. Like you can hear the governor himself, government interest in that place is something else. Just a couple of days ago, $100 million movie city was, the foundation was laid. And I mean, all who is who, everybody were all there at Ekpe, I mean, to witness the laying of the foundation of the $100 million. So you do not in any way want to miss this opportunity. So the 600 square meter actual price is 3 million naira. However, for anybody that locked down within this pre-order period is 3.5 million naira. So for anybody that locked down within this pre-order period, we'll be getting it at an introductory price of 2.5 million naira. And all this offer, including the Almond offer, the 2-bedroom offer that we're giving in Almond County, and the offer that we gave earlier today about Acacia, all this offer valid till end of the month. And when is the end of the month? Just 10 days time. So you need to take advantage of all these offers. All our official lines are available. But remember, for anybody that is interested in the Acacia, all you just need to do is to follow this link, the link that just dropped. Click on the link, fill the form. So the Acacia is, I mean, it's something else. It's something else. So for you to just plug in, fill in the offer, then you get a one-on-one. Because I need to clarify, a lot of people are asking questions about flyer and all of see. This is not an ordinary offer. We are not, it's not the offer for people that are coming to waste time. It's for serious-minded people. Fill it. There's going to be a one-on-one session with everybody that showed interest so that we can share the vision about that project with you. And the opportunity is an opportunity. So it's not, it's an opportunity for you to make your money truly work for you. So the Almond experience, let your money start dropping in right now. Just 10 days to go, 100,000 naira deposit, and you are in. So all the flyers will be shared in all our WhatsApp groups. It will be sent to us via emails. So it will all be sent to us via emails immediately after this. After the sessions tonight, you get all those things in our WhatsApp group. So we are going to be taking questions in the next. So if you have any question for Doctor, you have question for Mr. Clement. So please, let's start taking questions. We'll start taking questions now. Okay. Question. So the question to Doctor. There's an empty plot next to my house. The owner idly comes. He uses some parts for JV. I have maintained it for a couple of years. Do I go ahead and develop it into a garden? Which we need to unmute Doctor, please. We need to unmute Doctor. In fact, I have already contacted the gardener to start. So Doctor,
your own. on the land that is not your own, you cannot do that. Oh, that is fraud. You need to get the owner of the land and make sure that you get the permission of the owner and you have a written document, not verbal. Anything you do, don't do verbal. Let there be a documentation. So don't go and take another person's land to say because the person is not showing up. That is fraud, and we don't encourage anything that is contrary to integrity. Integrity is our core value here. So it's not your land. The person may not be there. It still doesn't make it your land. So don't go and be contacting a gardener for somebody's property.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. Okay, so the next question we have here is, dear Dr. Olumide, for the sake of time, can you just please mention the remaining use of vacant land without explaining each of them?
$1,000. Once I get the alert, then I'll send the remaining to you by email.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So you pay $1,000, you get the remaining. Okay. Fashion is asking, for cemetery owners, I experienced it, how much they charge. I also say to myself, I must do that business, even mortuary. You will not believe the money. So it's not a question, it's a comment.
Yeah, you have no idea, I'm telling you, the kind of money people are making in all these things.
Okay. So thank you very much. So somebody is asking a question, okay, after locking down 600 square meter for 100,000, then how long? So there are payment plans. So you can do, there's a 6-month payment plan, there's a 12-month payment plan. So either of the payment plan you have to pay the remaining balance. Yes. So either of the payment plan. But note, this current offer is a pre-order offer and it ends by 31st of this month. Okay. Yes, is there installment payment option for Ekpe? Yes, there's an installment payment option for Ekpe. So for more inquiries on Ekpe, this number is what you should reach out to. So just send "I'm interested" to the number that just been dropped on the in the chat room right now, so that we can we'll be able to attend to that your inquiry. So in case we have any other question, so let's have your question. Let's have your question in case you have any other question. So while we are waiting for other questions to drop so that we can release Doctor tonight, so there's a big announcement for a giveaway. So we are going to be having a giveaway, but the giveaway instruction is going to be on the group. So we'll be announcing it on the group. So we've dropped it in case you are not in the MHS group. So you can chat that same number up and you will be in that group. I know most of us are in that group. We are about 1,000 people on that group. So there's a massive giveaway that we are having. So it will be announced and the criteria too is there. So all you just need to do is to follow us on all our social media and you need to watch all the videos, day 1, day 2, day 3 right now. And there are some other questions you need to answer and you will be part of the giveaway. So you answer the question, then the giveaway is yours. Of course, the instructions are on the group and the instructions will be dropped tonight also. So we have some couple of questions again here. What is the total cost for the Acacia 2 and 3 bedroom? Fill that form. So fill that form. I've dropped the link again. Fill the form. You get a one-on-one. And for people that are interested in the place, do you have 18-month or 24-month payment plan for Ekpe? Not at this current offer. Not at this current offer. Okay? Not at this current offer. You know, in Nigeria, with the rate at which things are changing, 24 months is like eternity in Nigeria, especially when it comes to projects, right? So how do I join LifePage group? Chat that number up. That number, just chat that number up. 0906,000 5747 or 0906,000 5737. Don't call the number right now because a lot of people will be calling the number. Just drop an SMS or a WhatsApp message for that number and you'll get a response soonest. Okay? Okay, I would like to make a comment. You're already in the comment section, so make the comment you want to make. Okay? Is there an offer for Almond County strictly for LifePage table or direct consultants? Yes, in case you have anybody that is interested, whether you're a realtor group, you want to partner with us, or you are interested, all you just need to do is to chat that number up and we'll take it up from there. Okay?
Yeah, Mr. Okpe, I actually wanted to say something. So for the person who is saying is there 24 months or 18 months, so if you can't do 600 square meter, reduce what you want to do to 300 square meter and spread it over the 12-month period. What is most important is that you are able to already make marginal profit by buying at this ridiculous offer, as it were. So that's I just thought I should encourage that person and present that opportunity to the person.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Francis. Okay, I think that will be all for tonight. OC, Doctor, thank you very much. OC, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been an incredible night. I was looking forward to it, and it's good. I'll come and take the other points in private sessions. And if you are not a member of Billionaires Conclave, then that's where we can get all the food. Sir?
I think the own is $10,000.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Please, can we all celebrate Dr. Olumide Emmanuel for me, please?
God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Bye, sir. All right, so that will be all for tonight. And we want to sincerely appreciate every one of us for making time out to be a part of this call. We believe that this has been of tremendous value. If you missed out on any of the editions we've had, the first week, week 2, and of course today, you can go on Enrich TV by LIFEPAGE to watch the replay. And I also want to recommend you will do well to take advantage of some of the content on my YouTube channel. So you can locate Oladipupo Clement on YouTube channel and then subscribe to that YouTube channel. There's a lot that goes on that channel that will be of tremendous blessing to you. So please feel free to subscribe to that channel and you'll be very, very glad you did. Every Saturday by 9 p.m. West African time, 4 p.m. EST, we have content drops there. And then, of course, every Saturday, loads and loads of things. So every week, we have like 3 different layers of content that is being dropped. So you want to take advantage of that. I think that will be all. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you again. Book your appointments. For those of you who are interested in Acacia Homes and Apartments, click on that link and book your appointment. If you have anyone within your circle of influence, whether abroad, whether out of Nigeria or within Nigeria, you can share that link with them, let them book appointment. It is only on special consultation, only. It's not a general, it's not for everybody. Yeah, so it's not for everybody. So it is defined, all right? For those of us who are also interested in taking advantage of the land banking offer for Almond County, the pre-order offer will be terminating by the end of this month. So you want to lock it down with 100,000 naira now. The delay can be very fatal, all right? Can be very, very, very fatal. Many of the things that are coming up in Ekpe, we saw it coming. We knew all of that. And so we are positioned to take advantage of all of that. And we would want you also to go along with us on that journey, right? So the same experience we have in Almond County, Mowe Town, the level of investment we pump there, and we're still willing to pump there, is the exact same thing that we're driving in that direction. And if you know anything about Ekpe, is the new Lagos. So you want to really position yourself, like Doctor mentioned, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait, right? That's essentially the idea behind land banking. So all the other special offers that we have in the offering, all of that will be dropped in the communities. So take full advantage of all this one. Find the one that connects with your pocket and then plug in as quickly as possible. And then we will see on the other side. Thank you very much and God bless you. Over to you, Mr. Okpe.
Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so I want to especially appreciate every one of us for joining us tonight. So all the offers are still available. Acacia is still available. And then we take the discussion now to the WhatsApp group. Okay, bye for now. Good night, everybody.